Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Journeys with Sam. Thank you so much for following, liking, subscribing, and sharing to family members and friends. I do hope you continue to do so, and thank you for sticking around with me. Now, today I'll be talking about things that I do to stay motivated in 2020, though the year has been so daunting. So, stay tuned. Yes guys, so let's get right into it. Now if you see me looking down, I am looking down my notepad because I have a list of things, as well as of course I'll be probably popping up some stuff that is very important. But anyways, let's get right into it. So definitely my first thing to stay motivated in 2020 is prayer. Prayer is very important for me. And so like if something is bothering me, if something is worrying me, like I literally start praying more. So prayer very important for me. Like sometimes I feel like I just can't manage and I say, oh Jesus, help me. Sometimes my stomach pray and I take it up on my head, but prayer really helps me to cope and to make me realize that okay, not Rome wasn't built in a day. So definitely prayer helps me through 2020, definitely, and I would tell anybody to pray. Another thing is I schedule my time. Now a lot of people might say, yo Sam, you become so scarce. Truth be told, I try to be a bit more intentional, not ruling out the spontaneous moments, not ruling out some stuff that just drop on you, but I schedule my time literally, and this is my love. Like this is my schedule. Like you see, if you're not in a this kind of day, say I'm gonna meet you or something like that, more like you're not gonna get me. And I know it's kind of bad, but it kind of helps me to live intentional. It helps me to achieve the goals that I want to bring, which brings me to my next point. I have a lot of goals. Now at the beginning of, or rather in December 2019, I wrote a list of goals. Granted, I didn't know how they were gonna be accomplished. It was just, I didn't know how they were going to be accomplished. I just wrote them. I did my vision board and I surrendered it to God, and I said, God, if it's in accordance to your will, I accomplish these things. And so to tie it in, I also do a vision board. I do monthly. I have a vision book where I do monthly visions of what I want to accomplish. And so let me show you. So this is my vision book, guys, where I have my monthly, maybe a little props, a little peep, where I have my monthly stuff that I want to do, and this spans from personal care to business ideas to anything I want to do. It goes in alignment with my yearly goals. So this is my yearly goals that I would have done. Yeah man, once it goes in alignment with my year goals, like I kind of focus on that, and that gives me purpose, that gives me drive, literally. That gives me purpose and drive, literally, to push through 2020. And so granted, some things I haven't accomplished, some things I have, but the key thing is to surrender to God and to just keep it in mind, like keep it at the forefront. So that's literally one thing that I use to kind of help me to stay motivated, throughout 2020, even though it's like going so for a lot of people. Also, I also read a lot. I read a lot and I listen to a lot of podcasts. So if I'm not reading, I'm listening to podcasts where I gather new information. So it keeps my mind going. It keeps me focused. It reminds me, okay, new information, soak it in, then apply it to your life to make it better, right? Reading is so therapeutic for me, and in addition to this, I'm gaining new knowledge, new things to apply, new ways. And so I think reading is very important in 2020, and especially in a society where we just love pre-processed information. Like it's really good if you go and do your own research and apply it to your life, apply it to you. So reading and listening to podcasts definitely keeps me motivated in 2020. Another thing that keeps me very motivated is being grateful. I can't expound or talk how much being grateful helps them enhance your life. When you see what you already have and you're grateful for what you already have, more things come into your life. Opportunities come into your life. People come into your life. And negative things flow out of your life. Like literally. And literally, like, trust me, once I started being grateful, I realized that I had some real people in my circle. Big up my brothers, big up Mr. and Mrs. Bennett, like, and some of my aunts. Like, I really realized that they truly love me. Like, have you ever had that moment where you really realize that, yo, the people them love you and it's not no fake thing? Big up my sister-in-law, share, like, legit. Being grateful made me realize that, you know, there's some real people in my corner. By the way, I'm gonna drop another video about vision boarding and how I really got into doing vision boards, so look out for that video. But yeah, like, being grateful really helped me to realize that, yo, I am blessed, and I'm blessed above measures. My final thing that keeps me motivated in 2020 is to stop comparing. Like, stop comparing yourself. Like, this is legit the biggest thing, and I'm still battling with it. It's still a battle, but like, stop comparing. And that kind of brought me to really start block some people on Instagram, or block some pages on Instagram, so not for me not to compare myself. Like, I had to start putting in mechanisms to really be grateful and focus on me. And you know, I find myself comparing in a lot of situations, and it's something I've always struggled with. And little by little, I see where it is definitely improving. So, for example, there was this time when I realized I was comparing myself to a friend of mine, and the thing is, his situation is totally different from mine, but yet still I felt like I wasn't being enough. I wasn't like him, where, you know, he would go above and above all for his people in his circle and stuff like that. And I compared that, because I was just like, oh my god, I need to be doing more. But at the end of the day, when I really sat down and did my introspection, I really realized that, yo, his situation is totally different from mine. His social group is different from mine. His people are different from mine, and their expectations of me totally different. And what my people just want me to do is to be myself and to just be me. And so with that, when I stopped comparing and I cut out that and like, I really just focused on me and focused on being the best of me and doing what I can do, I found that it was way much better. Like, life became simpler. Another thing, as my past principal would say, keep simple things simple. And you see, when you keep simple things simple, life becomes much easier. So guys, those are some of my tips that I used to stay motivated in 2020. I do hope 2020 is not the end, it's not done. And so I just want you guys to go out there and just be your best during this time. Just go and attack the rest of the months that are left, because trust me, when you start preparing, planning, and being ready for the next year, it's easier, it flows easier. And of course, don't forget God. Guys, thank you for listening. See you on my next journey.